Good morning, man, behind the scenes.
Morning.
I have no idea what order these videos have come out, but we are not messing with that this morning.
Not messing with that.
But I have had some breakthroughs, and there's more promising things on the horizon. And we'll get to that back at some point if I'm not divorced and lost half of my life savings in the house.
Worked on that thing. There's pops coming where they shouldn't come from, smoke coming from where it shouldn't come from.
Good news.
And flames coming from
No, well, the flames come from where they're supposed to. All right, we're going to try to keep all the smokes and the pops in today. We are back on some wiring on the tile plow. We got this fancy electrical box, fuse box that has a whole bunch of colorful wires. And check out this cute little monitoring system we got. It's going to be amazing. You ready to do this?
All right, let's do it.
All right, so this is the cheap little gauge monitoring system we got off of eBay. It does water temp, oil pressure, RPM, battery voltage, and engine oil temp. We were originally thinking we were going to use that for hydraulic oil temp, but we got 3 gauges up there monitoring hydraulic oil temp. We're going to put this gauge on the tank monitoring level and hydraulic oil temp. I don't think we need a 5th gauge monitoring hydraulic oil temp.
No.
So let's use it for its intended purpose and monitor engine oil temp. This is obviously going to take a few wires. So we're going to run a 7-wire trailer cord plug. I think is about as good as anything.
Yeah.
I say we run this cord through there first. The first place this needs to stop is the shutdown solenoid.
Yeah.
Because we've determined the other day we got the engine started, but we still don't have it shut off.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah. Need to be able to shut it off.
All right, so you want to feed this through to me?
Yep.
And we'll make sure we got enough length because I may have pre-cut it.
I hope you didn't pre-cut.
Well, I pre-cut it 3 years ago whenever that's what I had left over from what I was doing. I just didn't know what I was pre-cutting it for, man, behind the scenes.
Yeah.
The real question is, will it go through will they all 3 go through the same hole, or are you going to run the bottom hole?
Well, we're going to find out. We'd like to have 3 in that top one, but I just want to see. I think will fit.
Man, that would be super nice if it would go. It's just going to be a real bear, ain't it?
Yeah, but it ain't going to be that bad. I think just loosen these up, feed it in. And
Man, that would be awesome. That'd be awesome.
so let's just, first thing I want to do is run this over to you.
Yes, hey, that's actually a good idea.
Make sure we're going to have enough before I find it all through all that.
Okay, so I'm going to need to go, let's just say somewhere right in here.
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Pre-cut. If you got a little bit extra, I'll take it, but.
Yeah, you can go.
Where do you think I go? Right about there?
Yeah, probably so.
All right.
Let's the block, but you hold it right there and I'm going to recheck it. I mean, you're going to have quite a bit left over.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, that'll work good. And that should give us plenty of wire to get everywhere we need to get.
All right.
So this guy right here is the shutdown solenoid, which controls the fuel rail. Previously on this machine, we had a bungee cord.
Yeah.
So we're trying to do the right thing. So the way these things work, they got 3 wires to go to them. They got a ground and 2 hots. So it's got 2 different coils inside there. So the one coil, whenever you hit the key, it pulls that up. The other coil stays hot. Once it's up, it holds it. It's also kind of important what Aaron's doing right now is to get that adjustment right. So whenever it's up in the hold position, it's kind of bottomed out and holding tight, so it's not struggling to keep itself up there and burning itself up.
Yeah.
So
I am feeling really good with this.
feeling really good with this one?
Yep. I just want to run it down kind of snug, see what it looks like.
All right, and then I think we're going to have to get our jump pack out. And we may have to do some investigating to find out which wire is which, because we got 2 reds and a black. I'm pretty sure the black's the ground.
Yeah, here we are back to the wires.
But we got to figure out which ones to
We got
start.
any more hydraulic lines? I've done seen enough sparks to that yet this week.
Aaron's a little jumpy over the plasma table incidents yesterday. We didn't record any of those.
No.
That looks about right. Can you tell if the solenoid's bottoming out or the?
I think the solenoid is bottoming out, or the linkage.
Okay, let's go with it.
I'm pretty sure.
I like it.
All right.
I like it. All right. Black wire's ground.
Yep.
So if we touch one of these, it should pull that up. That's going to be the hold. So this one should pull it up. No. No. Does our jump pack have juice?
Huh.
Oh, that's right.
That don't make sense. I thought you checked it. I thought it had power. Is your plug good?
Well,
The one we're reusing.
all good questions.
There we go. You're cutting off a brand new plug.
Well,
bud.
so our brand new plug is supposed to be three. I don't know if I can see. There's supposed to be 3 pins in there. I don't know if it shows up. Maybe right there.
Yeah, right there I can see.
See the one pin's missing. It's all smashed.
This
down in
one's
there?
good, this one's good, and then that top one, yeah, it's way back in there.
So that's our ground. So, long story short, these 2 plugs aren't compatible like we thought. So we're gonna have to do away with that and go directly to here. So this should be
Okay,
ground,
okay.
pull off. This should be hold. So now we should get our reading between. Too much going
Man,
on.
you got a mess going on.
I do. So this one should have resistance between both. But they
Yeah.
should have ground. So I got it there. Got it there now. So now.
So it was the new plug bad, not the old plug.
Yeah. Imagine that, huh?
Now you should be able to hook right up. Now it'll work. Now we're gonna hear some ticking and we're gonna see some
Well,
movement.
one of them should tick and.
Oh yeah. There we go.
So white.
White means business.
White is pull off, red is hold. Write that in your notes.
Okay. Say that again.
White is pull off,
Okay.
red is hold.
All right.
That's what we need to know. That's the whole purpose of this.
Yeah. Red is hold. I'll remember
Red
that.
is hold. Remember, red is hold.
Yeah.
Okay. Success.
All right.
All right, man, behind the scenes, some people are going to judge us, but we're going to forego the connector and go straight butt connectors. I don't know, for some reason, I've had a lot of problems over the years with this connector on these shutdown solenoids, especially on those little tractors going bad.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, we
got
ran
it.
into that problem here a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, we did just recently.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know what? Butt connectors are cheap. We got a little bit of extra wire right here. If we got a problem, we'll just cut the wires and do it again. Is what it is. We checked what color wires we need for our gauges.
Oil temp, oil pressure, water temp.
And it
Yeah.
allows us to keep the wires the same color going back to the box,
Which is always a plus.
which is always a plus.
But what about this brown?
Well, that's all we had. So the earth, or the brown is our ground, which rhymes.
Yeah.
And the brown is the same color as dirt, which goes to the ground. So that's wired in.
All right, so shut off is wired up.
Now we can pull oil pressure. I'm pretty sure we can pull oil temp right here. We want to go ahead and get those.
Yeah, I'd say we go ahead and get them all.
So the first thing we need to do is get those sensors in.
Yeah.
All right. Oil temp.
Out with the old, in with the new.
In with the new. So this here would probably be ideal to put in the oil pan. But
okay.
We're gonna go right here. So we did do some measuring back here to make sure we don't close off any oil galleries. We got plenty of clearances. This will be a good reference.
Yeah, yeah.
Good reference. It's right in the oil stream. So that's oil temp. This is oil pressure. It'll go right here. So maybe. There's an oil gallery that runs down the block right here. You can kind of see it right there, and all these plugs go into it. So we're just plugged into it. So we'll be reading pressure off that oil gallery, and we'll be reading temperature off that oil gallery. The white wire is going to go up to ground. The blue wire we're going to send back on this blue wire.
Yeah.
To our gauge cluster, and we got to figure out that one.
All right.
That's 1/2 inch.
All right, time to wire some stuff up.
We're probably going to get judged for this again.
Yep.
We're going to go straight butt connector to the oil temperature. And crimp that off. Now, our wire selection, we had to switch over to brown, so we're going to have to make a note of that.
Yes.
And then I did put an eyelet. We're going to use black for our oil pressure.
Yep.
That's going to go on there. Tighten down. So whatever wires, this is basically our wiring schematics. We know what goes on the other end. That's that.
And you are putting this in all the notes with our hydraulic lines and everything else, correct?
Yeah,
You're making a brand new blueprint of this whole
I
thing.
guarantee you we got more notes now than what they did when they built this thing. Okay, what are we doing next? Water temp?
All right, what do you, so water temp's on the other side, you said?
Yeah, and it's yellow,
So,
right?
yes, the water temperature sensor is yellow, so we got yellow wire.
Yeah, we need to go figure out where the sensor goes.
Yes. It's a lot easier getting in on the other side, isn't
I
it?
feel like I need to be one of those, what they call contortionists or contortionists.
Yeah.
That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah,
All
you got the battery box over here right in the way.
Yeah.
I've had to deal with this battery box, it's not you, so it's good to see you finally getting the
All right, we got the
shot
water
at
temperature sensor in the gallery up there.
Yep.
We're gonna we got a little harness made up here.
Yep.
We're gonna run ground and the signal wire. Which all these temperature sensors is a measurement of resistance to ground based off temperature. So there's not a whole lot going on here.
I gave you everything you needed, so.
Yeah, that's a surprise, surprise.
It's kinda in the wide open, so it shouldn't be too bad.
No butt connectors again.
They ain't gonna say anything this time.
They're not gonna say anything this time?
No.
Just the other 4 times?
Yeah.
I guess we could have just not said anything at all and let that be a comment generator.
Yeah.
Okay. We're connected here.
Yep.
We're gonna send this down and around to the other side if you want to go around it.
I'm headed that way. Is that the only 2 connections we got over there?
Yep.
Okay.
See it?
So, yep, I got it.
Alright,
So they will come up here. Oh man, I put a couple zip ties over there. I'll get that. Let me zip tie this around.
So you know the right length?
Yeah, you took a bad measurement on that.
Bad measurement?
Yeah. And we're going all the way back to the cab.
Well, you're gonna need some slack. Oh, hey, I'd rather be 6 inches too long than a half inch too short.
You're wasting wire here, bud. That we had a tape measure. All right, let me go start zip tying that up.
Yeah, good idea.
I'm gonna put this 1/2 inch wrench up so I know where it's at. 7/16.
You working hard down there?
Yeah, but you know what I did?
What'd you do?
I forgot my zip ties over there.
Oh, so you do need me.
Just for a split second, if you don't mind, I'll have you grab that zip tie. Cutters. Okay, there we go. And that's gonna be right here.
Did you get the cutters?
Yep, I got them.
All right. All right, my wire's not gonna be too awfully long.
So this one right like that. There we go. And I'll get one more right here.
I wonder if I shouldn't run behind here.
Well, I'm gonna stop zip tying right here so you'll be able to do what you want.
I don't know if it really matters.
You like it there?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, we'll make that work.
All right, you think you got it?
Down to this one right here.
That one wire.
One more. So, here's our yellow wire coming over, going into the harness. Here's our brown wire coming over, going to ground. We got our start solenoid grounded back here. We got these two wires going up to the tach sensor, which I'm hoping we can get to work later. So the only thing we don't have hooked up is this wire, which tells this solenoid to engage, which starts that starter, which starts this motor.
Yes.
So what I'm thinking is, for now, let's leave this unhooked. And we can test the operation of this without that starting, and maybe not want to shut down.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
So that's got all the fans, all the sensors, the start and shutdown solenoids, all wired on this end.
On this end.
So we're halfway there.
So they're all the way up to the cab now.
Yeah.
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 That's where the headache really starts there.
Yeah. So I guess first thing we need to do is get all those wires in that box.
Mm-hmm.
Step one.
Step one.
Wires in box. All right.
All righty.
Oh man, behind the scenes, this might be the last time it looks that pretty and that empty.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the game of puzzle we got to play. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, so first thing is a fuse box. I think we're going to put it right there. What do you think?
I think so.
So this here is a control unit. It's going to control our cooling fans.
Okay.
I think we're going to put it right here. What do you think?
All right.
So this is a power block where we can bring power in and then divide it off. I don't know where we're going to put this at.
I don't know. I just threw it in there and.
Maybe right there. Well, we got, this is the vroom vroom, no vroom vroom
Yeah.
switch. I think we're going to put it down here. What do you think?
I like that.
A little different. That way the key's not scratching up your paint up there. And then we got this guy,
Yeah.
hour meter.
Can we turn that back before we put it in?
I don't think it'll prove value. I'm thinking we need to put it right here.
Right next to the ignition?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's just the power and the ground.
Yeah.
Hooks it up. So if the key's on, it's running. And then we got the two joysticks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking we're going to put those over here like so. And we can put our display monitor up here. And we got this hole opened to either put our GPS mounted on, where the screen's right in front of my face, or put a clipboard over there.
Okay.
And then we still have some holes down here for switches if we want them, and we can punch holes in this for switches if we want.
Yeah. I say we'll use the holes that we got before we punch new holes in.
Yeah. All right, so before we go mount this in the machine, we need to mount all this in here.
Yeah. So I guess we got to start drilling some holes. Didn't work, huh?
No, didn't work. All right, we'll let the shenanigans begin.
All right.
Delivery.
It got a little heavy.
It got heavier, bud. It got heavier. And you handed it to me backwards.
Oh, yeah.
That was so nice.
Oh, it was too.
Oh, got it. So this thing was mounted on these little garments. We're gonna put them back on there just to make sure it's isolated, which means we'll also have to make sure we got a good ground later.
Yeah.
We're gonna get this all bolted down, and we'll start getting our wires fished in here. All right, we are mounted down, man behind the scenes. It's going nowhere.
Okay.
We're gonna put a grommet in. We're gonna start putting some wires in this box, bud. You like that?
I like that.
You got a wire?
All right, here we go. You ready?
Yep. Oh, look at that. Look at that, would you?
Yep.
How much do I got?
You got more if you want it. Okay. Right about like there.
I mean, I'm not against leaving a little bit of slack, so if we ever need to unbolt this thing or move it, we got some wiggle room.
Yeah.
So if you want to pull.
That's plenty, I think. I don't want to get too carried away with the slack out here.
All right. And you got your. Oh, look at, we're like professional, man, behind the
Oh,
scenes.
yeah. So,
How you like
I
that?
think that's plenty, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's plenty. And then you still got your writing right there, so you know what
Yep.
that is. That works out good. Okay, so take two. We're gonna go, you need that.
Yep.
I need this. You need that.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna do it all over again. We gotta make up for our mistakes on the plasma table.
You good?
Yep, think so.
Okay. Oh,
Oh,
back you up just a hair.
yep,
Like right there.
works perfect.
Okay.
All right, one more.
All right. One more.
Oh, this is exciting. We're getting closer to making this thing make noise. I gotta think all the way back to the beginning to remember how much of a mess this was to start with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You good?
I like that.
I got plenty of wire to do anything I need to do in here, so we're
Let's go
good.
right there. That I think that leaves us plenty of slack and everything.
Awesome. Well, there she is, folks. We got all the wires right into the box, got everything mounted in the box. I guess it's time to go through and start getting everything where it needs to be. Easier said than done, possibly, but we're gonna make her happen one way or another. All right, one wire at a time. That's the plan. All right, man behind the scenes, slight change of plans here.
Yeah.
We're gonna add a relay in here. So whenever we turn the key switch off, it kills all power to our electrical panel,
Okay.
which then in return kills power to all of our accessories. I think that'll greatly decrease our chance of having a dead battery.
Well, yeah, I agree, because you do forget things.
I do
Wow.
forget things. Then we can still use this strip for constant power, and then this will be relay power. I like it. Let's mount it.
All right, mount it in there.
Get you guys caught up to speed here real quick. I'm trying to take all the load I can off this ignition switch and still have plenty of ignition powered juice available. So basically we're bringing power off our power strip, coming around and coming up to the ignition switch. Battery on power is powering up this solenoid, which is then powering up our entire fuse panel. So everything in this fuse panel is going to be ignition powered. So basically what I was trying to say yesterday is whenever we turn this key off, it should kill everything that's attached to here. So hopefully should eliminate some dead batteries. If we need constant 12-volt battery power, we still have a few slots available here we can grab it from. So then coming off there, the way these solenoids work, once that's powered up, each solenoid or each relay has 3 wires. Has a blue wire, which is a constant hot, a yellow wire, which is relay power, and then a white wire, which is a signal wire, which is right here. So that activates the relay. So whenever I turn this switch on, you should hear that relay click. And then whenever I click it one click farther, we should hear one of these relays click. You ready? Oh yeah, there's click number 1. So now I'm gonna turn it, hit click number 2. That's working. So if I put this wire in here, so this blue wire is going to our hold solenoid on our shutdown, so it's constant power. I've already got it sent out there. So if I put this wire in this connector right here, whenever I turn this, it should activate that solenoid. So here's going to be the test. I'm going to turn the power on. I'm going to hit start. It should pull that solenoid up. Whenever I let off the key, it should hold it.
Yep.
Whenever I turn the key off, it should fall down.
Drop. All right.
You ready?
I'm ready. All right, boss. Ready when you are.
All right, key on. Nothing happened. Right?
Nothing happened.
Until I start it. Ready?
All right. It's up.
All right, it'll stay up.
It's staying up.
All right, we'll turn the key off.
All right. And it's down. It's shut her down.
So
what you're saying is you done something right?
for now. All right. Let's go out and win and drink.
All right, let's do that.
Well, folks, we got a lot of shenanigans going on here. I'm gonna do my best to explain what's going on. So, trying to keep this cooling fan on the same circuit. We grabbed power from this 30 amp right here. We had to redo some wiring in our harness up there, basically still a tack wire, because we had to run a dedicated ground to that fan over there because it actually varies the speed on that ground, which ends up right here. Grabbed power off this twice. Once, this is an override switch, so if I flip that switch, no matter what the controller says, all 3 fans should come on. And then where this got really tricky is I had to actually go underneath our fuse panel, rewire these 2 relays to be ground control instead of power control, because this controller sends out a ground signal, activates these relays, sends power down these 2 wires, should power up those 2 fans. So the way this should work, whenever the oil temp gets up to 100 degrees, it's going to kick that fan on at 50%. As the oil temperature climbs to 130, that fan is going to go from 50% to 100%. Once it reaches 130, these 2 fans are going to kick on 100% over here. So a couple thought processes here. One, you do want some temp in the hydraulic oil. It makes the hydrostat work a lot better. So you don't want the fans running all the time. 2, if you can stay between that 100 and 130, that's a really nice range right there. So by variable speed in that fan, we should be able to stay right there in that little window. Once we get over 130, we need to knock some heat out of it and get it knocked down. and get it going back the other way. So that cooler over there has continuous flow through it at all times, no matter what, because it's taking all the oil off this valve here. So that's why we variable speeded that one. Now this one here, the flow is going to vary a little bit depending on how fast we're traveling and what's going on. So that's why we 100%ed those. Does that make sense, man, behind the scenes?
Yeah.
Okay, so test one. I'm going to turn the key on, and if I flip this switch, all 3 fans should come on. You ready?
Yep. Oh yeah. Yep. Both top, bottom, and this one.
Okay, so if I shut those off, so now, let's show them my little experiment.
All right. Yeah. This is where it takes me back to like maybe junior high science projects.
All right, so
only we weren't allowed to have a torch in junior high.
We're gonna do a little
in
experiment.
science class.
Well, the problem is I'm missing a crucial piece, which is a temperature gauge.
Yes.
So hopefully this whole system is a temperature gauge. So this is our sensor. This is our sensor that'll eventually end up in a hydraulic tank.
Yes.
But for testing purposes, it's in a can of Pepsi with water in it.
It's the only thing I could find that was metal.
So in theory, if we heat this water up, you don't want to get it too hot.
No.
That fan should kick on.
Yes.
It should ramp up, and eventually the other fans should kick on.
All right.
You ready?
I think I'm ready.
I got my sensor grounded because it's going to have a resistance to ground. That's what it's going to read for temperature.
I got my bucket of water.
You got your bucket of water. Don't overdo it here, bud.
Yep.
All right, man, behind the scenes. So you gonna work?
Hope it will.
I hope it does too. Come on, baby. Kick on. Oh, ho, ho.
Did it come on?
Come on. It's going faster. Oh, it's gaining speed. Now, are these gonna kick on? Hey! Look at that! Well, that's the only problem is we're not cooling off what we heated. Now, in theory, if we pour some...
You start blowing in there, that'll cool it down.
And the theory is that cools down, those two should kick out, and that one should ramp down.
Yep.
How about that fancy fandangled stuff?
Maybe I can just use that.
No, not that. No,
not
that's
that one.
my good one. All right, guys. Last thing, as far as front of machine goes, is the monitoring system. So I've kind of went through here. I know it's still a little bit of mess. I got a lot of random pieces in here. Tidied up everything we've got ran so far. Got it looking good. I got our display mounted on top. This thing here, that guy, high dollar. This guy, cheapo depot. So we'll see how well it holds up over time. Got a nice little grommet in back there. And all of these wires that are left go to that. It's basically matching colors for the most part. It did come with a pretty decent little wiring diagram here. Right there. So we're gonna go through, get all that stuff hooked up, and then it might just be time to try to start this thing. All right, everything is wired in, tucked away over there. Curious to see how this thing holds up in time. It is not the most high quality piece, but it was only like 70 bucks from a slow boat from China. So hopefully if we turn this key on, that powers up. Here we go. Well, I'll be. Hot diggity dog. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. All right. I think we're ready to turn the key on this thing and fire it up. There's one small thing left to do, and you guys guessed it. It's hydraulic. I pulled this one solenoid valve off right here. Let me jump down and show you. I'll demonstrate this real quick. You ready?
Yeah.
So this is the valve we took off. If you blow in this port, it comes out. It's open all the way through. You blow in this port, it's not. It's closed off. So the way that should work is this will stop the oil right there to keep that thing from flopping back and forth. And if it needs to move, a relief valve will allow it to cross over a little past a set pressure.
Okay.
So we need to throw this on or we're gonna have a big oil leak.
Yeah.
It's gonna land right on my feet.
Not so bad. That ain't that bad of a thing.
Let's get this installed.
All right.
And then we'll see if it works.
Yeah.
Hopefully it goes better than the plasma table.
Yeah. Yeah. Got everything you need?
I'll take it.
All right. There you go.
That is hard to see where you're going there, bud.
Yeah.
I think I got it right there.
No, I can. I don't think you have it.
I don't think I do either.
So.
One of those flashman lights.
Okay. Let's see here.
Oh, I got one started.
All right.
All right, one I'm going. How many other hydraulic leaks do you think we're gonna have if this thing actually starts?
Man, I don't know. We should have a bunch of them.
Should have a bunch of them. What are you talking about?
Should have 99.9% of them taken care of.
Yeah, that's what.
Now,
So we
you
should
let me
have.
know, do I need to go up or
Down
down?
a little bit.
Okay,
I don't feel it.
let's go down a little more. I can.
There, got it right there.
Got it? All right,
Got it.
good deal. Oh, you know, this cab all opened up like this, not an extra radiator and fan here. Gives you room to work on stuff inside.
Yes.
All right. Got it. All right.
So this is my theory.
What's your theory?
If we don't try it in our minds, it works.
True.
Like that.
True. Yeah.
If we try it and it don't work, then we're just absolutely
Well,
screwed.
go
I
back
mean,
to
let's be
drawing
honest.
board.
It can't go no worse than the plasma table.
No, it can't. It can't.
All right. So as far as we know right now, everything is wired up. Everything should work. All hydraulic. Not only are we testing the electrical system, we're getting ready to test all of our hydraulic work, all of our fittings, all of our hoses,
Yeah.
all of our routing, making sure we got all the hoses hooked up to the right spot. So, if I hit that key, she should fire, gauges should come alive, alternator should charge, which is the alternator bracket I work's gotta work too. And then if I turn the key off,
It
should
better
go
shut off.
And all the fluids and smoke need to stay inside, except what comes out the exhaust.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we're down a battery, so we're starting on half the amps we should.
Yeah.
We got one bad battery, so we're gonna try to start it on one battery.
Yeah.
And we got a questionable starter.
And we got a questionable starter. Yes, we do.
All right, man, behind the scenes.
All right, let's see what it'll do. All right, I think we're ready when you are. Come on, come alive, come alive.
Let's go.
All right. spraying. Everything looks good out here.
So I gotta calibrate this RPM gauge. It's not quite, I think instead of like 8 cylinders, we got a 4-cylinder. Battery voltage, it jumped up. The alternator, oil temp's working, water temp's working. You wanna see if it shuts off if I turn the key off? Come on, baby, come on.
And that's another plus.
And that's a wrap, folks.
Yes.
Well, behind the scenes, that is another milestone accomplished.
Yes, hearing it run again felt really good.
It did. Oh, well, you know what was even more exciting? It actually shut off.
Yes.
Nothing leaked. Pretty pleased with the way all that went. I know, man, I guess you gotta go back to the first videos on this thing to see what a huge difference
Yeah.
this makes. And we get 2 hot batteries on this thing, she's gonna kick off real quick and good. Everything seems to work. So basically from the cab pretty much forward, as far as all the engine controls, the cooling fan, the gauges, the monitoring system, that's all 100% done.
Yes.
We do have some wiring on the back to get the solenoids wired up, but that is, well, jinx myself, a lot less complicated.
Okay, I hope so.
It's just a bunch of on-off switches. This was,
true.
hey, how cool is that cooling fan system?
The fan's pretty neat.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's a wrap on this one. We still got quite a bit to do, but we are getting there slowly, one step at a time. I think we're about to the point where we can start putting the cowling and stuff back on this if we wanted to. So,
yeah. We
all right, it's not going to be today. It's not going to be this video. It's going to be on the next one.
Yeah, it'll be on the next one. And our lights. We're going to put our lights on too. I want lights.
You going to work night shift?
Well, no, but like,
just in case?
Just in case.
Just in case?
Just in case we're out lollygagging around one night, we just want to see what it looks like in the field.
You went up for spotlights, what you want. All right, we're out of here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, big old thumbs up. Haven't yet, consider subscribing. We appreciate it. Improves your odds of catching us on the next one. Tell them bye.
See you guys.